up, everybody? Welcome back to Team FISHKNUCKLES, the YouTube channel. Today we are doing a deck breakdown of fourth place, top fourth place,
third place.
Third place. Top. Do people say top third place?
Probably semifinalist.
Semifinal. There we go. Semifinal. That sounds better. Yeah. So top cut basically with Buzzwole, Magcargo. What name would you say this deck is? I've heard many different things.
I just call it Buzzwole Lycanroc.
Buzzwole Lycanroc. So, but it's got Magcargo in it, so that's why people are like Buzzrock Cargo.
Yeah, people always call it Buzzgarb, right? They don't call it Buzzgarb Cargo. Cargo's in there. I don't know.
I just call it Shrine decks. That's too much. They could play different things, whatever. But yeah, Kyle got top four, third place, whatever you want to call it, with his Buzzwole Lycanroc, a deck I didn't think, because it didn't see any success in like that foreign regionals, did it?
I think Pedro got top 8 with it, but
and that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, and then Philly, I don't.
No, it wasn't really a presence.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of like it seemed like it was out of nowhere, and then three people made cut with it.
Yeah, 4 of the top 8.
Yeah, we're Buzzwole decks, which I guess makes sense because like a lot of people are hyping like, you know, Zark decks, and obviously you play fighting to counter that, and then maybe that's why there's so much Malamar, because they were counter the counter. Like they thought ahead of the curve.
Maybe I think. Might have been like the Sylveon hype from the last one. Like that's
true.
That's good against that, and it like has a decent matchup against Rayquaza and stuff. So.
True. I mean, I know when Gustavo did his interview, he talked about he didn't want to lose to Sylveon.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm not. He's like, I was going to play Zork, but then I didn't want to lose against Sylveon, so I played Malamar instead to beat him.
Seems like a good call.
Yeah.
I got top 2.
Yeah.
First and second.
Man. If only he won. I've been so happy if a Brazilian won an American tournament.
I know that's wanted me to lose in top 4.
Well, no, I wanted you to win, but I mean, it's cool that but first of all, that's a different story because you weren't even play the finals until later today. You told me, I was like, I'm not even playing top 4 today.
No.
Remember? No, you told me.
Yeah,
you said I make top. He's like, if I don't make top 4, I just gotta go on my airplane, and now here you are.
Here I am.
Yeah, so I didn't think you were going to make it to the finals.
Neither did I.
Yeah. So there. Well, okay, so let's talk about this. I guess the first thing everyone wants to know is why this deck, like I said, nobody was really playing it. And so how did you come up to start playing this Buzzwole deck?
Like a month and a half ago, I think. I saw Chicago Chicagoland results for a cup, and Joe Baca was playing a Buzzwole Lycanroc deck with Magcargo.
Joe Baca? He's still playing?
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah. Okay, keep going, sorry.
I think he got day 2 today. But... yeah, I picked it up and I won a cup with it the next week, and I haven't really played a lot since then. I played in a challenge last week and bombed a Zoroark, so I was looking for an excuse to play Buzzwole, and Pedro did well with it overseas, so I just thought, yeah, I'll just play that again.
You know what we forgot to do?
What?
We forgot to say who you were.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if people saw the video, if people see my videos, they know who you are, but if they're new to the channel...
I don't think we even said what tournament this was either.
Well, I mean, I hope they assume it's Memphis Regionals, because it's like... okay, sorry, so this is Memphis Regionals. And what's your name, sir?
Kyle Lesniewicz.
Okay. And Kyle last year, he only played Sylveon, and this year he's branched out and not playing Sylveon.
And just playing Buzzwole now.
All year Buzzwole?
All year Buzzwole? No, I don't know.
That'd be pretty ballsy to say from the start. Just all year Buzzwole. It's not... whatever. It did good last year, and it seems like it's doing good this year.
So winning with it.
Yeah, well, who cares, right? All right, so you did that, and you said, you played the League Challenge with Zark, and now I'm not playing Zark. Now, is this the same 60 you played at the Cup that you won, or no?
No, I changed 3 cards. I talked to Aaron Tarbell about the deck, and we decided to make 3 changes to the deck since that Cup.
Okay, all right, cool. So going into day 1, were you like, oh man, I wish I was playing this deck instead, or were you like 100% like on the Buzzwole train? Like, were you regretting it all going into day 1?
I have not felt all that great about the deck for a long time now. That's why I switched to Zoroark last week, and I felt really bad round 1 when I sat across from a Malamar. I looked left, people were playing Malamar, and I looked right, people were playing Malamar. Malamar was just heavily played at this tournament, and I thought I was going to do poorly. I started off with a tie, and then I went 2-1-1, and I felt like I'm just going to hit a bunch more Malamars, and things are going to go bad for me. So I was not feeling great all day 1.
Okay, so speaking of day 1, what were the decks you played against? You can say if you won or lost or tied.
Right, I played 3 Malamars, and I went 0-2-1 against him, so that was all of my non-wins. I beat 2 Vikavolts. I beat 2 Zoroark decks. And what else do people even play?
4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 decks right there.
Yeah, there's 2 more wins in there that I can't think of right off the top of my head.
Metagross,
No.
Magnemite,
No.
another Buzzwole deck.
Oh yeah, I beat other Buzzwole decks.
Yeah? You beat 2 of the Buzzwole decks or just 1?
At least 1.
Yeah.
Could be something else I'm forgetting.
Did you play against Buzz Shrine? Did you play Buzz Shrine?
No Shrine decks. That was the one thing I expected to hit, but I did not hit any of. 0 Shrine decks.
Dude, why did I play against 2 of them? I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. So we know 8 of the 9 rounds. Okay. So outside of the Malamar, what was like the other hard matchups that you played against day 1? Because I imagine the Zoroark are pretty easy. Like, it might be somewhat scary, but I mean, I felt like...
Yeah, I smashed them.
Yeah. Like, Vikavolt, is that, like, pretty easy? Like, or if they get, like, a crazy start, does Vikavolt...
It depends. I don't know. Like, people can steamroll one way or the other. I did not necessarily think it was a good matchup, that's for sure. But I can knock out Vikavolt pretty easily, and if they didn't get a lot of energy in play before I do that, then it goes in my favor.
So they're just getting, like, one Vikavolt out, and you, like, auto-punish them kind of thing?
Yeah, but if I can't knock it out with usually I need beast energy to do it, or I need to dangerous rogue it because it takes me 3 energy to do all my other attacks.
Yeah.
So that can take a while to build up, and if they just knock that thing I was powering up out with their first Rayquaza, then I'm kind of SOL.
Okay, all right. So going day 1, you had exactly 19 points.
Day 1, 19 points.
Yeah. So how about this? I know we want to break down 2D rounds. But what about round 9? Going to round 9, you had to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, were you sweating? Like, how did you feel like going to round 9, knowing you had to get this win to make it in?
I don't know. I felt as long as I didn't hit Malamar, I had a good shot, and I hit Vikavolt, and I lost the first game, and then I won 2. So.
Was your opponent surprised when you won the other 2 after winning the first one?
No, he even had an awful start. Game 3, he never got out. Vikavolt, I knocked out all 3 of his Grubbins. So, yeah. And then game 2, I as you can see on my deck list, I played the Marshadow. He used the GX attack, and I was like, nope.
Yeah, Tempest and the Let Loose. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so end of day 1, you go to day 2. Did you expect it all to do well? Even make them top 8?
No.
Because I remember the car ride this morning, you're like, there's no way I make it top 8. I have to win a lot of games.
Yeah, a lot of Malamar on day 2. I just figured I just wanted to 1, secure money, and 2, I was like maybe I can top 32 if things are going well. I just want to win more games than I lost and get more points than not, I guess.
Yeah, I know. You talked about because there were 77 people on day 2. Mm-hmm. So, there's people not even making top 64. You're like, okay, I definitely don't want to be...
Don't want to be them.
Don't want to be them. Okay.
And I was already off a good start because I got the bye.
You got a bye round 1? I didn't even know that.
That's why I thought I was for sure locked when there were 9 people who had the same points for top 8. And I was like, I'm not being that 9th person. I got the bye round 1.
I didn't know that till now. Mm-hmm. Okay. So... you get the bye round 1. So going to round 2, you had time to sweat and freak out.
Mm-hmm.
And did you look to see what people playing? Did you know who was playing what, or did you not do that?
No, I went out and played Pokemon Go for that round. I went and hatched an egg, and it wasn't a Kangaskhan. I was really sad.
All right. So going to round. So do you want to break down every round, or how you want to do the day 2?
Oh, maybe if I can... it was this morning, but I'm already forgetting. My round 2, I played against Malamar, and I thought I was... this was what I get for getting the bye, but I ended up winning 2-0 there.
Was it close, or was he just not draw good, or what?
One of the games he didn't draw well, and then the other one it was just kind of an average start for him, and I got early Lycanroc, so I was able to take a few prize cards before he knocked it out, and then... Usually I have enough single prize attackers that I can stop them from punishing me, and I was always prepared for the Dawnwing's GX attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
About round 3? You don't remember?
Let's see. I played... I don't remember. Here, I can look at his name. That'll probably jog my memory.
Oh, yeah, okay, because you had the pairings. Yeah, that's crazy. How do you not... Whatever. To each their own, right?
Right. I played Glaceon. Glaceon Zoroark.
Okay, so free win? No? Yes?
The first game was a landslide in the
Glaceon
second game.
Zork, what is happening?
Right?
He just played against a bunch of Zorks, I guess. That's
know,
what
man.
it only seems like
I
it
don't
beats.
know.
That's the only deck I think it beats is Zork.
You
It doesn't
think.
beat
You would
Malamar.
think.
It doesn't beat Malamar.
It doesn't beat.
It doesn't beat Thinkable.
No, it doesn't. Probably doesn't beat.
It doesn't
stage
beat.
one.
It probably doesn't beat
or
Bush Shrine.
basics,
Yeah, Bush Shrine. It doesn't beat Bush Shrine. What? Okay, maybe he hit 9 rounds or 6, 7 rounds or whatever it is of Zorks.
Yeah, and we're just living his best life. But, game 2, he actually could have won, and then it went to +3 turns, and he had win on board. My only out was to hope he didn't draw Guzma, so I Lycanrocked something up, used Marshadow to raise his hand from 6 down to 4, and used Slugma's attack to trap something in the active. I knew he played Switch. He played Switch from our previous game, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't just my Guzma that was trapping his Magcargo active. I wanted to make sure it was stuck there with Slugma's Magma Ring attack.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. Wait, so before people start accusing you of something, the Lycanroc, there wasn't a Glaceon on the active, was there?
No, I must have used Guzma or something. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember I guessed it. No, it was Guzma.
Okay,
yeah.
I was going to say.
I just said Guzma too. I said Lycanroc, then I said Guzma.
Yeah, so I was like.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it was Guzma.
Okay.
Then, yeah.
Okay. So you won that one? Yeah?
Yeah, because
Okay.
he couldn't retreat.
You
that
could
turn.
retreat, okay.
Yeah.
So
I guess Switch wouldn't even work. In my mind, I thought doing Magma Ring would have helped, but
yeah, I'm like, that doesn't stop them playing
No,
trading
it
cards.
doesn't.
What, I don't. Oh, sure.
I did Magma Ring thinking it would help. Maybe it just helped me.
Maybe the
inspire
10
my
damage.
confidence.
Maybe the 10 damage. You're like, but then
No.
it was Bettera's turn too anyway.
But that's
so.
what I did. I Guzma and Magma Ringed for no reason.
Okay, alright, sure, whatever.
It was a
maybe
long day.
maybe
okay?
you're scared of like a DCE retreat or something?
No, he's got 3 retreat costs.
Who does? Glaceon?
No, Magcargo.
Oh, okay. So I don't know.
You know, for all I know, maybe he played multi-switch, so
Oh, that's why, because you're scared of a multi-switch play.
maybe I was.
Yeah, maybe he was like a multi-switch DC retreat, and you're like, oh man, outplayed me. I should have magma ringed. That's why you just forgot, man. You've been a long day already, like you said.
I just have good instincts, you know.
all right. So round 4, what do we play against?
Then I played against Austin Ellis. He was playing Mirror.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's playing Buzzwole as well.
Yeah.
And so how does the mirror usually go? Is it like 50-50, or like if your opponent doesn't know how to play it, you can win easily, or how does it
It's
usually
like
come
you
down?
go first, you win.
That's not a good answer.
I don't know.
You go first, you win. That's not how Pokemon goes.
Right. You have to like target down the rock roughs.
And that's the answer you want to say right there.
Yeah. Target down the rock roughs. Who gets more beast rings off?
Okay.
Can you prevent their setup like the Magcargo in play?
See, that's the answer. Not go first.
Yeah.
Like you knock out the rock roughs. They can't use Lycanroc, obviously.
And that was a 3-game set. He won the first game, and game 2 I thought I had a good start because he like drew, attached, Brooklet held, and passed. He didn't play a supporter, and he just like jet punched. He jet punched with Deancey. So he like started Buzzwole. He got Deancey. He jet punched my my active guy, and then my bench guy had 2 rock roughs, so it's like 50 and 30. And then he like had like enough to switch my things next turn. He benched a rock rough too, and then he like played a, he like brought it up with Bloodthirsty Eyes, played a supporter, did all kinds of stuff. So he was slow. He was like
He still played
he was
you.
playing possum. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't slow playing, but he was like pretending like
Yeah.
And then he knocked out both of my rock roughs in play. So I was like, oh, I guess it's not meant to be, huh? But yeah, he didn't draw so great after that. And I came
Okay.
back.
But once he knocks that double rock off, you're beast ring time, right?
Yeah. Then I Brooklet held, sledgehammered for knockout with switch, and I got a beast ring off too that turn. So
Yeah. Okay. Took full use of both puzzles, and yeah.
yeah, it actually worked out because I had my 1 switch in hand at that moment.
Was game 3 any good, or did he just draw bad too? Good answer. Good answer here.
I don't remember.
Okay. All right. So that was round 4.
Yeah, it was round 4, and then round 5 I ID'd.
And you like for sure knew like, hey, I have an ID, I'm in points.
I didn't know for sure. We talked it out. He seemed really confident. It was Bergerac, and he was like showing me how his resistance was, and I was like, mine's about that good. And I had the buy, so I'm pretty confident.
Yeah. I mean, Bergie says it's good. I think
Yeah.
he's been playing for a good minute. So, I remember like last night you were like, you had to get 35 points to make cut.
Yeah, I was assuming.
Yeah?
Well...
Oh, then you thought that was going to be 6 rounds.
I did. Yeah, I did think it was 6 rounds. It was only 5.
Yeah, so that definitely changes things. Yeah, for sure. Alright, so going to top 8, you see you're playing against the Mirror?
Mm-hmm. But he had 2 Zygarde GX.
What? Sure, okay, yeah, we're going to beat Malamar. That's the game plan, right?
Right.
I guess.
Does that beat Malamar?
I don't know what even does.
I don't think it does. I'm not sure what it's for.
The only time I saw Zygarde was that one guy from South America or what? Or no, I don't know where he's from. The guy who played at Worlds?
Yeah, he's from...
He's not from South America. Yeah, he's Asia somewhere, yeah, sorry. So...
I don't remember which one. Malaysia or Hong Kong? I don't know.
Hong Kong?
They get a Worlds invitee, don't
No, they don't.
Well, at least one year they did, yeah.
Huh, okay, maybe I don't know. Anyways, but that's the only time I see Zygarde was him playing it. And that's the only guy I ever known who's played Zygarde was him, and nobody else in the world has
I played Alejandro Luna round 2, day 1, and he played Zygarde, and he opened with it because he thought I was playing Sylveon. And he was like, yeah, I started with my Zygarde, getting all the energy back.
So that's a good answer right there. They're playing Zygarde to counter Sylveon.
Oh, okay, maybe that's fine. But 2 Zygardes? I don't know about that.
I don't even know what Zygarde does, so...
Right, well...
I feel like I need
but even he was like, I don't know why I'm playing this card. People told me to play this card.
What is it? I have to look it up.
It does 2 for 50, a connector, like it gets 2 fighting back, and it does 4 for 130, and it does 4 for its GX attack. And GX is...
You gotta get 2 energy on this guy. Well, I guess if you get a DC on it...
They play DCE. They play heavy DCE.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
It's a card.
But 2 of them, I don't know about that.
130, yeah, you're probably not beating Malamar with this thing. It's definitely just for Sylveon.
I don't know. It's gotta be for more than that, because you wouldn't play 2 if it was just for Sylveon.
Maybe they thought it was gonna be a heavy Sylveon.
Maybe.
I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe it's for just doing 70 damage to stuff, like in the Mirror. Like we bring up Rockruff, you bring up Slugma, because with Diancie, you want to KO stuff on turn 1.
I mean, the GX attack's not bad.
I mean, it's not bad.
GX and EX kind of hurt you, so I mean...
Most decks have a way to...
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. Well, it's like saying Dawn Wings is bad. You're just basically saying Dawn Wings is okay.
Dawn Wings prevents everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I forget, man. Don't yell at me. I don't play Pokemon. Alright, and then, so top 8, you're playing against... Who was it? It was like AJ or... Ty, there we go. I knew it was some like short letter name. Yeah. How did that go? Was it...
I lost game 1. Did not go very well. And then game 2... I turned things around. Man, I'm really spacing out how these...
Yeah, man, like...
Yeah.
This is like literally like 6 hours ago.
I know. Oh, I'm really burnt out. I'm really tired. There was one turn that I like tried to sledgehammer someone for a knockout and I did 30.
That was day 1.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Like that was like the 8th round. And I was just I'm tired, guys.
Can't do Pokemon anymore. Man, we just need to go back to best of 1s and have people complain about best of 1s. It's that we were done about 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it's cups, and cups are more fun, right?
Yeah, cups are way more fun because you just play like 5 or 6 rounds of Pokemon best of 1, and you can hang with your friends all day if you want to after afternoon. You can't do that now. You get off like at 9, 10 o'clock from regionals, then you're like, man, I gotta be back at 8 o'clock in the morning. I can't really go out.
I don't know though, because back when regionals were 9 rounds best of 1, I don't know if they were 9 rounds. They were like 7 or 8 rounds back then. And their best of 1, my best finishes were top 32, so maybe it's better that they're best of 3 now.
Maybe you weren't so good back then.
That could also be it.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Okay, so going to the top 4, you're playing against Gustavo.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think at all you could win? You're like, all right, I lost this 100%.
Yeah, because I beat the Malamar round 2, and I play heavy Lycanroc, so I have good odds of starting Rockruff and just attacking through his like squid, so we can't set him up. So I thought I had a chance. And even though my record was pretty bad against it, like that's the only deck that I lost or tied against both days. I stole games, so I wasn't like losing 2-0. Like, most of the time. But yeah.
So how did top 4 go?
For the first game, I got off to a really, really good start. I took like the first 2 prize cards or something, and then there was just a turn. Because he has so many 1 prize attackers, I'm like bound to lose the exchange. And I don't play the 4 Baby Buzz version. I only play 2.
Yeah.
So I have fewer attackers that I'm going to power up. I do have the little Lycanroc, and he was helpful against Malamar, but nothing else. So that was okay, but there was a turn where I missed an attachment, and if I had had that attachment, then I would have been able to attack with a Buzzwole to secure the game, but instead I had to rely on attacking with Dangerous Rogue, and that really sucked because it meant I had to put another GX in play, and he had a low hand size, but he still had enough to pull off a Choice Banded Necrozma attack to move me up.
Yeah, Prismatic Burst. Yeah.
He found it. So then that was kind of demoralizing, and then game 2...
Wait, which Necrozma was it? He just like regular, like the Prismatic Burst?
Yeah, Prismatic Burst,
okay.
yeah. Game 2, he got a pretty average start again, and he was powering up the Prism Star, and I didn't have a good way to deal with that, so I chose to attack into it instead of knocking out an Inkay one turn, and that was probably a misplay on my part. It was a pretty close game. It came down to whether or not he could one-shot a Lycanroc again at the end of the game, because I had one prize left, and he found the stuff off his supporter to do it. So I knocked out like 3 Malamars that game. It didn't matter, because at the end of the game, he still had like 3 Malamars in play.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Did he play? Do you know if he played Friend Ball in his deck?
He did.
Did you know he played Friend Ball all the time?
Oh, I don't remember if he played Friend Ball. Like, because I played the deck 5 times, and like most of them played Friend Ball. I don't know if he played Friend Ball specifically.
So my question to you is like, if you know they're playing Friend Ball, do you like purposely not put down like the Marshadow Tapu Lele, try to like disrupt them, or like?
No, because usually when I put it down, it's like I'm Guzmaning for a prize when I get Lele. And usually when I put down the Marshadow, it's like their hand is big, and I'm trying to gain momentum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, still, top 4. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, starting off, this is your first regionals, right?
Of the season, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. All right, so you tore out the deck, and you started, like you said, Joe was playing, and that's what you kind of saw it from, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so some of the stuff, like the Lycanroc, you kind of talked about for a second, but what was the idea behind it, I guess?
I wanted another attacker that I could... If I opened Rockruff and I attached a fighting to it going first, I wanted something that wasn't a GX that I could evolve into and take a prize with. And then I also wanted another single prize attacker that I could fight with against Shrine decks, but I already had 3 Rockruffs. I wanted that because if any deck got a turn 1 or turn 2 knockout on a Rockruff, I didn't want to have to waste my Rescue Stretcher on one. I wanted to free up what my Rescue Stretcher could do, so like having the 3 Rockruff, it seemed like a natural choice. That there's often times where I have a bench with 2 Rockruffs, each with 1 fighting energy, just to be sure I can Dangerous Rogue at some point. And so it makes that other energy I attached not such a waste, because at any point I can just evolve into this Lycanroc and attack with it right away, instead of like being there's less pressure to B-string onto babies this way.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the thought process behind it, but in practice it just wasn't all that great.
You know what you say now too? This is Danny one. You could be like, oh, you play this Lycanroc to counter Chimecho.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I thought about that. I played against at least one of them that had Chimecho. I didn't see all of my opponents play it, but I know one person started with it, and I was like, oh, I have an attack. I can get through this.
You're like, I can take a knock on the Chimecho. Like, yes. I feel like if Bergie had this card, he would probably beat Danny, because he was definitely like Chimecho on him, and he was just sitting there like, what do I do with my Rockruffs? They're just sitting here getting hit for 10, but like Danny's just setting up, and I can't do anything right now.
It was the play, I guess.
It was good. Like, they probably didn't think Lycanroc Buzzwole was gonna be that big of a deck, but they're like, I got the counter to this too.
Well, I didn't think of playing it for Chimecho, but
hey, it happens. Man, like now you can't. How do you play Zoroark now? If all these Malamar decks start playing Chimecho?
You put what is that? Not Ace Trainer, but what's that support card that removes effects? You just put that in your deck and pretend you thought it was expanded.
Ranger. You're like, yeah, I play Pokemon Ranger. Jeez, that changes everything. Like, wow. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for playing Chimecho in your decks. Now if you want to beat Zoroark in your Malamar, just put one Chimecho and
you just play Golisopod and then you knock him out.
Golisopod doesn't have an ability.
Yeah.
So there you go. Alright, other stuff in the deck. Like you said, 2 Buzzwole. Did you ever want more, or the 2 fine?
No, 2 are always good. There was only one instance all tournament that I was like, I really want to rescue Stretcher for a baby Buzzwole, but yeah, I still won that game, so it wasn't a huge deal. 2 was good.
Okay, and I know people are going to ask, and like you said, a ton of people ask you, the one Marshadow, people are like, you said people are asking.
Yeah, like 4 times this tournament, people were like, that should be a judge. I'm just giving you a pointer. And no, Marshadow is excellent because it's like playing 2 supporters in a turn. Not only does it counter Tempest GX, but and people who Lily and they find a good hand, but they're like sitting on it, like so they draw to the 8 and they only play like 1 card out of it. Then you can regain that momentum. But there are times that I wasn't always 100% sure. Should I Marshadow and try to then draw a Cynthia for like an energy that I need, or should I Cynthia and then I can later Ultra Ball again for Marshadow, and that's another out to possibly draw that energy. But being able to just have 2 draw effects in the same turn was really great throughout, and even being able to play Guzma and then judge people in that turn essentially with Let Loose was amazing all tournament. It was a card that stole games.
Yeah. I know we both played around the same time. Did Let Loose Giratina see as much play as Marshadow?
No, it was a liability, especially when they put in Bright Look.
Yeah. So, it's just an interesting thing to know.
Yeah, and it had a high retreat cost too. You didn't want to start with it. So,
okay.
Yeah, this card was immediately better. Yeah, I had Giratina in the cube that we play, and I took it out just for Marshadow. It was just a better Let Loose Giratina.
Okay, so things about your deck, Magcargo, MVP, or did you like purposely what would you try to like set up more, like the Lycanroc, or are you trying to go Magcargo turn 1?
Usually if I went first, I would Nest Ball for Slugma first, unless I didn't have a way to get an attacker or a Rockruff. Like that was a priority if I was going to play a Lily or a Cynthia next. So it was really good to get down, but usually going second, I couldn't afford to prioritize that. I had to build up more Rockruffs than my opponent. So there were some games I didn't get it out, and that's one of the reasons why I played 3 B-String, is that I wanted to have the insurance that if I didn't set up Magcargo, I would have more outs to hit B-String.
So the answer is you want to get Rockruff before Slugma.
If I'm playing Nest Ball and I'm on a Lily for like 6, then I get Slugma, because I have Brooklet Hill. That can fetch me a Rockruff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let's say you already Lilied, for some reason you have a god-awful start, and you have 1 Nest Ball. Are we Nest Balling for Rockruff or Nest Ball?
I'm getting Rockruff, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Okay. Alright, cool. But I mean, it's a good point. You're playing the Nest Ball. You're, I'm on Lily. Like, if I don't hit another Nest Ball, Ultra Ball, or Brooklet, like, I'm probably in a bad spot. Fair enough?
Yeah. That's about right.
So I mean, with Ringaroo, you got like Lily, you got a Ringaroo. You ever want to Acrobike? I don't think Buzzwole's ever played Acrobike, have they?
No, most of them play Acrobike.
Oh, really?
Like all the other ones in Top Cut probably played Acrobike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Pedro played 2 Acrobike in his list from overseas. But that's another card you could cut, like the little Lycanroc for. I would have considered that just as another out to use Smooth Over without using your supporter for a turn, but this is a deck where you don't want cards in the discard pile, and of course cards like that where you draw cards and you aren't playing a supporter have always been good and always will be good, but I play pretty low counts of some cards, like the 3 Guzma I went down to, the 1 DCE I went down to. There's just cards I wouldn't want to discard, so I just opted not to play any.
Okay, fair enough. Like I said, I don't play Buzzwole, so I have no idea what any Buzzwole... Like, I see Buzzwole may cut, I'm like, that's cool, and I just click past it. I don't ever look at Buzzwole lists.
Right. I think it's a good card. I don't blame people for playing it, but it's a card that I've always felt like I get a raw end of the deal when I play it, so...
Alright. Quick question. Best B-String moment, do you remember? Remember, like, some cool, like, comeback B-String moment?
Well, a couple times I double B-Stringed onto a Buzzwole GX and played Switch that I had already gotten... Like, either I would get the Switch or I would get the B-String and then with Smooth Over, and then the next turn I would just get the other one, so I could double B-String and then, like, attach to a Rockruff in the same turn to be prepared to dangerous rogue people. And then, like, that would be a game-sealing moment. If you could, like, get 4 energy and play on a turn, and while attaching to 2 things that you want, even if it's, like, not 2 different Ultra Beasts, but, like, in that instance where I would have put the one on the Rockruff, those were easily, like, decisive moments.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So we'll scroll down a little bit more. 1 Stretcher, 1 Switch. Not too crazy, especially with Magcargo. Seems really kind of self-explanatory. What about the Kikui? What kind of like crazy math are we doing with Kikui? Like what, you have to have some kind of like math in your head when you have it in here.
Yeah. There was a turn on today that I had to bench up because I had to get a Rongaroo to keep my hand going and being able to use Smooth Over. Usually, in most games, I just rely on Lily to do it, but in this particular game, like Ultra Ball was my out, so I got Rangaroo. My bench was full. I had gotten 2 Rockruffs, so I had a spare Rockruff hanging out, and I didn't have room for Diancie because of this. So I used Kukui to do the 180 I needed to do to knock out a Lele with Knuckle Impact. And oftentimes, Kukui is just a really strong turn 1 supporter. If you start with Brooklet Hill, you can just grab Diancie, and then you're doing an unexpected amount of damage that they didn't think you were going to do, and you just knock out whatever they had in the active position.
Let's see if you like
Jet Punch or Sledgehammer.
See, so they both do 30. So let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right?
13 what?
130 damage turn 1 if you get that, everything like that. You get the like with the Jet Punch, right?
Yeah.
You do 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
You could, yeah, hypothetically. I never did that much, but
I'm just saying, that'd be crazy, right? Yeah.
I did have turns where I did...
you just like one-shot an opponent's, like, Buzzwole turn 1. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
There was against one of my Zygarde opponents, because I played against a couple of mirrors, right? And a lot of people played the Zygarde. You might be surprised to hear that, but early on in the game, especially like turn 2, I would evolve to Magcargo, put the Beast Ring on top, and then get it, and I would hit 110, 30 Jet Punch on this on Zygarde or something else. There was another Pokemon that I did 110 Jet Punch on turn 2 too, and then like that's a position where like what do you do as your opponent? Like, you're about to lose a GX on turn 3, and you have 60 damage spread.
I guess you just cry. Yeah, maybe scoop or something. Like, I already kind of lost this game. There's no way we're getting it back. All right, so Brooklet Hill pretty much self-explanatory. All right, so you only play 1 Beast Energy. Of course, you have to play in this kind of deck. You talking about how you did play 2 DCE. What was like the reason? Like, I'm gonna play 2 DC instead of just the 1.
Because I have the heavy Lycanroc focus. I want to Claw Slash while threatening the Dangerous Rogue. I don't want to be forced to Dangerous Rogue, but it was. I did some testing at the airport, as you know. I was delayed on Friday, and I had a game where I needed 1 more fighting. If I had 1 more fighting, the game would have been much easier. I could have won a turn earlier, so I was like, no, 10 fighting's going back in.
Okay.
But that was another card that the Lycanroc could have been. You could have played 13 energy in this deck and just played a second DC. It also would have helped like retreating. Like people try to bring up things like Slugma to stall you out or Diancie.
You play the 1 spicy DC and they don't even know it? Yeah. Alright, so I mean, that's pretty much everything in the deck. I don't think anything else is to talk about.
There was a turn where someone tried to Magma Ring my Tapu Lele for a game to prevent me from taking a knockout, and the only way I could win was to Smooth Over DCE to the top and Energy Drive there. Because they had DC on the Slugma.
Okay.
It was a Zoroark deck. It was the Glaceon guy. Yeah.
Maybe you meant to say that he Magma Ringed you instead. So y'all both Magma Ringed each other.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever. Well, not. Yeah. Alright, so anything else we need to cover about the deck? So you said you cut the Lycanroc, right? Would we keep it?
I would cut it. Yeah.
Even with Chimecho having...
No, it's not good.
It's not good. Alright, so...
It's 10-2 little HP. Its second attack is awful. It takes 3 attachments. If it was fighting DCE, it would be significantly better. Even if it was fighting DCE and it did like 70 damage, it would be way better.
Alright, so what would you cut the Lycanroc for?
Yeah, a switch probably.
A switch.
It could be DCE, it could be an Acrobike, could be a lot of other things.
You wouldn't play Acrobike in this deck, don't lie.
Maybe 1. Like 1 wouldn't hurt. Like I'm not the kind of person who ever thinks like if I play an Acrobike, I have to play like 3 copies, or if I play this, I have to, like it doesn't. That's an internal bias. Like
well, it's not about that. It just seems like you would rather have like the extra switch, so you have more.
The switch, the mobility was really good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you. I'm not saying you wouldn't play just a 1-of just because like whatever kind of dumb reason people give. I'm just saying it doesn't seem like it's something in this deck you would really.
No, the switch was one of the best cards in the deck, and the second one would have been tremendous.
Anything else you would change or cut or do anything to this list?
Nope, I loved everything else in the deck.
Everything else good to go. You even told me like going to day 2, like I wish I could. If I can change one card, I'm burning this card and I'm adding literally any other card in this deck.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even care if it's like a fourth beat. Like I don't know. They're all good. Like whatever card I say, it's gonna be good. Yeah. I can't say a card in here that's gonna be bad to add to the deck, unfortunately. All right. So let's say going forward, Malamar. We got first and second. Any way you're playing this deck still? For standard, like let's say you have a cup next weekend. Any way you're playing this deck?
Yeah, I still play it.
You still play it even though you know Malamar's gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, people will counter it.
All right, there we go. So don't be scared of Malamar, is what you're saying, guys.
I mean, I went 9-0 against everything else, so.
True. All right. So next up, what we got? Portland Regionals, right? Mm-hmm. And you're going to Portland Regionals.
Yep.
All right. We thinking about Buzzwole at all, or no?
It's not my kind of like. It's pretty aggro, and I feel like if people are really prepared, then they'll have an idea of how to counter it. It's harder to counter things in standard. In expanded, you have so many more options that going aggro is not my favorite.
But how do you counter it now? Since like, I don't know. Well, I don't know what even counters it really.
Like Trevenant. And
well, Trevenant's gonna be played regardless.
Malamar will be a good deck still.
You just said you didn't care about Malamar.
In standard.
Oh.
And expanded. It's kind of scary.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, they get colors in expanded too. Yeah, that's probably really good for the Malamar decks. All right, so here's my first question: if you were playing this deck in expanded, are you playing more like Andrew Mahone's like expanded Buzzwole deck with no VS Seekers and still like heavy supporter cards? Or are we playing VS Seeker in this deck, or have you even thought about that at all?
I have not looked at this thoroughly, so I can't give 100%.
Okay. All right, so Portland's 2 weeks. You had to think about something, right? No. Nothing.
I didn't even think about this tournament. Okay, I just thought like, oh, Pedro did well with the deck. It's still good. And I talked to Aaron on Thursday, and we're like, let's change a few cards.
Sure, let's go for it.
Yeah, it was good for a cup. It was good for a regional.
Yeah, but you can't say that because there hasn't been an expanded regionals yet.
Yeah, I haven't played expanded since I played Sylveon at Fort Wayne last year. That was over a year ago.
Just play Sylveon again.
They got rid of Puzzle.
It's banned.
Yeah.
It's gone. Like it's gone. Like it's not even expanded. It's gone. So that's the first question. So last year you played all Sylveon. Mm-hmm. Why are we not playing Sylveon right now?
Well, I didn't own 4 Plumeria, so like I would have to borrow cards, and there's kind of like a fear of I didn't want to have that conversation with people like, oh, you're playing Sylveon, man. So there's that. But I also don't have a lot of confidence in it for the American metagame because I feel like people try to find shadier ways to win, and so like that was the thing last year. I played Sylveon faster than anybody else. You could not stall out the game to a tie against me. I was gonna win no matter what. So like I was always apt to draw Lucamine, draw Lucamine pass, draw Handiwork pass, draw Lucamine pass. So like I was not gonna get stalled out. Here you can't Handiwork, so there's no way to progress the decking out. So people just perform actions in a routine manner, and they do so prepared from the moment that they're going for a tie. I don't think you can beat that. I think you take a tie, and I'm not out here trying to take ties. Especially
like you said with you when you play against that one opponent and he started with Zygarde, knowing like, oh, it's Kyle. He's playing Sylveon. I'm starting with Zygarde. I got him. If it's an attach his D, I'm going to ultra 2 fighting energies away. I'm going to stop his DC and just laugh at the Sylveon. No. And even then, I still don't feel like Zygarde beats Sylveon that way. Maybe it does. I don't know.
Last year it didn't. This year it probably would.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because you can't play Crushing and
Flagrant. Yeah.
Plumeria is wasting a lot of resources.
Yeah, true. So, I don't know. Alright, so, don't know nothing about expanded, so really can't talk about that.
I don't know. I want to play something more complex than Buzzwole, but I have not dipped my toes in yet.
Okay, so let's talk about what's some of the hype so far. And I'll tell you what people are hyping up.
Okay.
Alright, people are talking about hype. Let's start the year, Arch Toys was all the talk. Mm-hmm. Arch Toys was the top because Hex been unbanned but was banned and everything, and Wally was banned, and I guess they have outs. Do you think Arch Choice has a shot in expanded at all or no?
Oh yeah, I think it's I think it's a shot. It's not the kind of deck I would play just because it relies on you drawing a specific kind of hand in order to get things going, and you can do it like probably 4 out of 5 times, but on that time you don't do it, you don't really get to play until your hand gets better. So
all right, so then after that, people started hyping up, Garbodor decks, because Garbodor is going to count the Archies, and like, I'm trying to play Zora Garb, or you're going to play Jumper Garb, whatever. Do you think that's a good deck at all, or you think, because it did win like significant amount of regionals?
I think Garbodor will always be good and expanded. So because items are busted and expanded, so there's always going to be a list that play like 30 items. So Garbodor's always going to be a good
And then you
play.
still have you have the Garbotoxin Garbodor as well, so you're shutting off abilities and stuff. So
I don't know, people usually always be prepared for it. So like that's also a deck that I'm not sure I would want to play, but yeah, I think it's a contender for sure.
Okay, and then of course Trevenant is getting hyped up. Everybody's freaking out about Trevenant because they got the Tapu Lele now. You can just spread damage, and all of a sudden, all right, Tapu Lele, just take all prize cards one turn. And even though like Wally got banned, that's cute, I guess. You get like a turn of using item cards. They're going to hit the Ascension turn 2. Like there's no way with like 4-Dimension Valley and like a bunch of Psychic Energies, right?
Right, but turn 2, like how many games would you? I wonder. I would want to poll people and see how many games did you win just because you got turn 1 Trevenant last, like in the tournament on average. I don't know if turn 2 is good enough anymore.
So you're saying like even though, like you're saying since Wally's gone, you don't think it's that good anymore?
I'm not gonna say whether I think it's good or not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
With it, but
what I really want to know is how many people still won games when they didn't hit the turn 1 Wally. That'd be my question. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if they start saying, "Oh, I still won like 90% of my games," I'm like, "Well, then Wally doesn't matter."
Yeah, we need to get on this. We need to make a survey.
Make a survey. I'll start a poll on Hey Fonte. Be like, "Hey man, how many games did you win?" I don't know who did well with Trevenant. I don't keep that close attention.
I'm sure people will be completely honest and have good recollections. I can't remember what happened today, so I'm sure they'll be able to remember.
All right, so I mean that's pretty much it. Standard. Is there anything coming out that you would not play Buzzwole in Standard? I know you look at some future cards. I don't know how heavily deep you are into looking at future sets.
Not super invested. I've been looking at like a lot of the Lightning cards because I've been trying to look back and see if that Electra Charger or whatever the items card that's like a triple plus power has made anything that was ulted good. But I haven't looked at a lot of Lost Thunder yet.
Okay. Well, it's a Lost Thunder, so Buzzwole definitely seems like it should just beat the fighting.
As good as it will be, like Lycanroc is one of the best cards printed in I don't know how long.
Since
ever.
Luxray?
Since ever, yeah.
Since Luxray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. No, since Genesect.
I think it's better than Genesect.
Genesect had G-Booster.
Yeah, this has Dangerous Rogue.
Yeah, but
it has 2 energy and doesn't discard any energy.
Yeah, but you get to bring up anybody anytime. This one you have to evolve. This one you're like, I'm such a plasma energy to bring up. You had to evolve a Genesect.
You had to attach to do it though. You need to use your attachment on a shitty energy.
Oh, crappily. I don't know. So, but yeah, that's the deck. Anything else you want to say about it before we go?
No, shout out to Aaron for working on the deck with me on Thursday, and shout out to you for housing me and keeping my spirits up this weekend.
Spirits up.
Yeah.
And if you're at Portland, you're going to see Kyle there. I guess he doesn't know what he's playing, but whatever.
If not a clue.
He's got 2 weeks. He got a week and a...
Oh, I thought it was 3 weeks.
Is it 3 weeks or 2 weeks?
No, I think it is 2 weeks now.
Because,
Yikes. Okay.
Yeah, not next Saturday, but then the following Saturday is definitely Portland Regionals, and it'll be our first expanded tournament. Don't think there's going to be 800 Masters there. I'm predicting like 600 or 700. Maybe
I
less
think
than that.
Less than that. Between 400 and 500.
Woo! And I still think 19 points, or 19 still gets you.
I like expanded. I feel pretty confident.
Is it 19 or 19 or 32? Are they for sure always keeping 32 or plus? I wonder what that rule is.
You'd have to have so few people for less than
32 for 19 game points.
Yeah.
You think even with 600 players would be?
Maybe what?
Like you think some 18 pointers, like will be at 32?
No.
No way.
There'll be more points than that.
Okay. We'll see.
It's top 32 or everyone who has is.
Oh, okay, good. That's good at least. It'd be pretty crap if, like, I don't know, 27 people had 19 points and that was on cut. Alright, Kyle. Well, thank you for the interview again. Congrats. Make a top 4. Starting first region off strong. $1,500, 3 cases, card, trophy, playmat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad weekend. Yeah. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll have like some random rogue decks. Zach Zamora has already been providing some lists. Andrew Wamball got almost made day 2 with his Executor deck. Maybe hook us up. How do you say Oranguru?
Oranguru?
Is it Oranguru or Oranguru?
Well, there's like it has Oran Berry in it, so I always want to say Oran, but
it's an orangutan.
Orangutan?
Sure, whatever.
I say Oranguru, but it could be orangutan. Is it orangutan? I don't know.
I just know it's I don't know. If you want to hear some funny Pokemon names, just hang out with me over a weekend. You'll find some real fun stuff.
Did you used to say Orangarugu or something?
Oranguru? No.
Orangarugu. I've heard someone say
that
before.
I mean, probably. I'm the one who said
Chimichao?
Yeah, I'm not going to say Chimecho. I said it for here just for fun, just to say it right. Mm-hmm. But definitely say it's Chimichao still. Or Chimchao, or whatever the heck you want to call him. Chimchao, man. Whatever, man. Like Brigetti. I still say Brigetti because people just...
Brigetti Spaghetti.
Yeah, Brigetti Spaghetti. Like, I don't know how to read cards.
For the fans.
For the fans, always. Brigetti Spaghetti. Man, I wish we should just make a shirt. Or something. Like,
yeah, you could like trademark that.
And meme it up. No, I can't trademark Brigetti. Are you kidding me?
Brigetti Spaghetti.
Pokemon they would have to get
the phrase.
The phrase, okay.
And you can make like her in a silhouette and then like have a spaghetti. And, yeah, there's a way you can pull this off. Let's edit this out so you can monetize it.
No, I'm not worried about somebody stealing Brigetti Spaghetti. They could have done that 2 years ago when it first came out, 3 years ago.
Someone's gonna do it, and they're gonna send one to your PO box.
Guys, if you're still watching this for some reason, talking about Brigetti Spaghetti, and you know how to use Photoshop, send me an image, and any profit I make off the shirt you can keep. Fair enough. All right, guys, have a great day. Alrighty, bye.